What's going on, everyone? It's Tay with SpecTechular Gadgets, and I'm back to talk about the Meta Ray-Ban display glasses.
Let's do this!
SpecTechular Gadgets.
I've had these glasses for about 2 weeks now, and I have some things I want to discuss. But before I can do that, first off, shout out to all of you for watching my first video, coming along with me, all your wonderful comments, all your thoughts and questions. I truly do appreciate you. So what I want to do in this video is answer some of the questions that I saw in the comments of that first video. And one of the comments that did come across a few times was, how long did it take for me to receive the glasses? As I mentioned, I went to see, and I didn't even have an appointment. I went to go see if they could fit me for the band, and that was October 4th. That was a Saturday. And then all of a sudden, I started getting notifications from Best Buy and UPS that I was going to be expecting a delivery from Best Buy on the 10th. And I sure enough did get it on the 10th. Then I was able to use the glasses for about a week or so, and I got that video out for you guys. Shout out to Get a Handle for this question. And this is one that probably a lot of people want to know, and it's something that I didn't cover. Their question is, someone mentioned that because of the one eye display, which there's only one display, and that's on your right eye, you can get eye fatigue and headaches. Did I get any headaches from watching the display? Did I get any headaches from the screen or eye fatigue? And I'm going to say that no, I didn't. Now, I didn't use something that would have the screen up for quite a while. Like, let's say you were looking at maps or something like that, or maybe messages. Mine was mostly like video recording and switching the volume or switching a song or something like that. So, I would have to go and use something like Maps, because that's an app that's available right now that would mostly be on the screen for quite some time rather than just controlling the volume or something of that nature. I did not have any headaches while doing what I was doing with the screen, and I can say no, I didn't have eye fatigue. What I would suggest is make sure that you have the brightness, maybe get it at a sweet spot where it's not going to be too bright and it's not going to be too dim, because I would think that would maybe cause some eye fatigue if you have it either too low, too dim, or you have it too bright. I had it not so bright. I felt that I had mine more on the dim side, but not like too low, and I was perfectly fine. Next question is from Captain Turk 182. Thanks for your question. And their question was, can you charge your Gen 1 glasses in the new display case? And the answer is,
well, let me just show you. Let's take a look at the Gen 1 case. The glasses are inside. Once I remove the glasses from the case, we can see the charging system, which are these pins. And on the glasses, we have the charging contacts located on the nose bridge. And we can say the same thing about the Meta display glasses. I have my trusty cleaning cloth. You're definitely going to need that for the glossy pair. But the contacts are located exactly in the same area of the glasses. Looking at the display glass case, the charging pins are located here. Now, the Gen 1 Ray-Ban Metas are much thinner, and placing them in here leaves a lot of wiggle room. That extra movement makes the connection between the charging pins and contacts not aligned, so to me this is not ideal when trying to charge up the glasses. And the same answer can go for the display glasses. These glasses will not fit inside of the Gen 1 charging case. They're just too large, and the contact and pins don't line up.
the answer is no. Would have been nice, but I can say that I did try it and it's not going to work. I also received some questions just being out in the general public, and some of the questions, or like a question that was repeated, was, do I wish that I had the display in both eyes? And I'm going to say, for something like this first gen, no, not really. Being in one eye and being like a decent balanced size within your right eye, I feel like you can still I can still work, right? Like I can still be at my desk and continue on with my tasks for work. If I had it in both eyes, I feel like that would be too big of a distraction. And maybe they would have something where you could like have one at a time. You could toggle both if you want to, or maybe have one at a time. Then maybe, because then it would be nice to be able to watch like something like YouTube if they ever put that app on there. So that I would say for right now, how the glasses and the technology and apps that they have currently, no, I'm actually fine with just one side. I'm happy and okay with the right side. Somebody else asked me, like if I was using the maps, would I be able to drive? And I'm thinking that Meta didn't want you to be able to use the maps and drive, because if you think about it, if you look, the Maps app is actually for walking. So they have it as if you are walking to whatever destination you're trying to get to. I think that would be kind of very dangerous actually too. Even if it's in one eye, I think it's still too big of a distraction when you're doing something like driving. So there's that. Another person asked how the sound was, and I'm going to say it's just right up there with my Gen 1s. I haven't got to hear the Gen 2s, but even the Gen 1, they were great. And these ones, they're great as well. They sound great. It's loud enough when you need it. It's quiet enough when you want it. And I don't have any problems with the sound of the glasses. All right, another thing from the other video, and I kind of got a kick out of it, is that a lot of people made a comment, or they liked how I had my notes inside of here when I was trying to see how long it took the battery to die. I just thought that was funny, and hey, I appreciate that. Now I want to talk about a few things that I've noticed since I've been using these for 2 weeks or so. So I do have a list of things that we're going to go ahead and talk about.
The first thing that I want to discuss is the durability and how these glasses are holding up so far. As you see here, it's more cosmetic than anything. This is the inside arm. This is on the outside. There are little spots that cannot be wiped out. But other than that, the lenses themselves are in perfect condition. And I have not dropped these glasses, so I cannot speak on what happens if you drop it. I hope you don't drop it, but so far, so good for me.
Next, I want to talk about the charging of the glasses as well as the band.
So one thing I want to point out is you're going to need to make sure that the neural band contact area, that's the area where the band connects to the charger, remains clear and free of dust and dirt. So on the band, it's going to be this area here. And also you need to do the same thing for the charger. It will be where these two contact pins are. Just wipe it down before you place it on the charger. And the reason I'm saying that is because one day I thought I was charging the band overnight. When I put the band on the next morning, I realized it never charged. When I flipped it and turned it around, it was like lint and soap, dried up soap. And that was the type of thing that disrupted my charging. Charging this device is similar to charging a device with Type-C. And what I mean by that is that you can place this on a charger either way. It does not matter. It will charge. And you know that it's charging because you will get a slight haptic feedback, as well as this LED light, which the color depends upon what percentage battery you have when you started charging.
The Meta app is another thing that I would like to discuss as well.
You can check the charging status on the Meta AI app, but one thing I have noticed using this app is that most of the time it needs to catch up to what the device is truly charged at. There's a slight delay with the app, so in order to get it refreshed, you'll just have to close the app and come back in, or just go to another screen and it should update.
Also, I want to go ahead and show you an example of the brightness, how bright the display actually gets. And I'm going to show you that in a pitch black room. That way you can kind of see. I'm going to go through the different levels of brightness so you can kind of see how bright it is and what somebody might see if it's like completely dark where you're at.
Here I am in a dark room and the brightness right now is at the lowest setting. The glasses can also automatically dim and brighten as needed. I'm going to start cranking up the brightness, and as you see, you can see a square, a bright square, and that's actually my eyeball. And now you have an idea of what somebody would see if you're in a very dark space and you have it at full brightness. You'll be able to see, in this case, my eyeball. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know if you would ever have to have it that bright when you're in a room this dark. I don't see how that would be comfortable because it is really bright.
One of the main things I use my glasses for, besides asking it, certain questions or whatnot, is when I'm at work. I definitely use these a lot for like headphones or earbuds. I love the fact that I can still be very alert and still jam to my music without disrupting any of my colleagues. I also wanted to share this comment. It wasn't a question, but it was an observation that one viewer made. And I'm going to say now, they weren't coming for me. They were just making an observation, is how I saw it. So the person said that the glasses, they didn't really fit my face. And you remember me mentioning that I did have to kind of keep pushing them back. But unfortunately, they've only made the display glasses in two sizes, and that's standard, which is these, and then they have large. So thank goodness I didn't get the large. But yeah, I mean, I get it, right? They're a little bit bigger, but I think I can still manage. I can still function. I still like using them. I wish they were a little smaller, but I'm actually still working on a video right now on the Vitcher. These are the Vitcher Ultras, I believe. And these are pretty cool. But the problem is, as you see, I don't have like the biggest ears, right? My ears are pretty small. And these arms on these, I kind of have to pull my ears out a little bit. The good thing about the Vitcher is, and this is kind of what I was saying in the comment to that viewer, is that they give you these these little nose guards. There's different sizes that they give you. So in order for it to sit up on your face the way that you need it to. And I like that Vitcher included that because not everybody's nose and eyes are located, they're positioned differently, right? And so this is why I do like them, but the thickness of the arms and the length of these is, I've found that it's just a little difficult for me to wear. One of the differences between the Meta Ray-Ban display glasses and the Gen 1 glasses are that the Gen 1 glasses, you could go ahead and order them and just straight sunglasses if you wanted to. You could do transitions. You could do blue light filter if you wanted to. And obviously you can go ahead and put your prescription in them. Now, you can put your prescription in these. You can also have the transition so they turn into sunglasses. But these ones you were able to do a little more. And rightfully so, right? Because these don't have the displays in them, whereas this does. Once I'm outside and the sun starts hitting these gradually get darker and turn into sunglasses, which I absolutely love. These are transitions as well. I was going back and forth between getting the blue light filter because I use them a lot at work and sunglasses, but getting transitions into these allowed me to have two glasses in one.
There will be times that you will notice reflections on the right side of the glasses due to the technology they use for the display, so that's just a heads up.
Right now I'm recording with the glasses and I want to demonstrate the neural band, being able to zoom in and zoom out when you're doing videos, and you can also use this when you're snapping a picture. So I'm facing the mirror so you guys can see. Plus this is a good demonstration of, how much am I moving my head, me talking, how much is the camera moving, the stability, where is it there? And so like if I just move my head like this, you can see the movement, and this is a good demonstration. Okay, now that I'm in video mode, I'm going to just want to take my finger, my thumb and my pointer finger and put them together. When I did that, there was a haptic feedback that I felt in the wristband. So this allows me to know that I have engaged or triggered a certain request, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put them together, and when I do that, See, I've just turned my wrist and it zoomed in, and this is about the max that I can zoom in, and then I can zoom out. Zoom in, zoom out, in, out. Well, that about wraps it up for this video. I want to thank everyone for taking the time to chill with me as we go through this journey. And until next time, everyone, I want you all to have a spectacular day. Later.